There we go. I never saw that coming. Okay, up next, does Harris need notes to generate quotes? Kamala wanted notes for debate. So, Rich, this is interesting. A senior Trump advisor says Kamala's team wanted her to be able to use like a cheat sheet for the upcoming news debate. The Harris campaign source says that's not true, but given the other things they asked for, it sounds like they're not too confident in her. Do you use cheat sheets when you're on stage?
You know, I think that is so ridiculous. No, I don't use, even if I'm doing new material, I just work it out. But, you know, these debates on balance, you know, when the moderator's basically her campaign manager, you know, throwing softball questions, you know, should children go hungry, you know, and then to Trump, what were your legal fees? You know, so I don't think, and whenever they go for a big interview, they're given the question, they're not taking hardball questions. I heard Biden on a major radio show, and I didn't ask him what's going on, Ukraine, Israel, Detroit, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Which is a nice place if you're a bullet. But anyhow, that's where I stand, and I stand corrected.
Kat, she's also bringing a +1 to her interview on Thursday. Walt, she's bringing basically her sugar daddy, politically, not literally, you sick people.
I also don't understand how he would be her political sugar daddy either.
I don't either.
Okay, good. Making sure. I mean, the fact, to me, the fact that it's taken, I'm still hung up, I'm sorry, on the phrase first interview.
Yes.
This is, that's true. November's not that far away. I mean, there was a lot of signs, as many of us pointed out, that Joe didn't seem to be able to probably go the distance of 4 more years. We were all called horrible names for pointing that out. Then all of a sudden he drops out and whatever, and then she's still she's a media manufactured thing at this point. And I think that the fact that this is the first one, this should be the first of many. That's what I'm more concerned about than the little details. I want to see more of her, but I think that her team, sadly, is smarter than that. Because she's not the best at talking.
It would be good if she showed up with Montel Williams.
That would be a MS3. A lot of questions would be there. Here, look, the cheat is on, okay?
Yeah.
They did this for Hillary. They gave her the questions. They have so much lack of respect for her long-term memory that they want her to have notes because they're afraid even giving her the questions in the back and going over it on the dry erase board 5 or 6 times, that she'll go out there and forget or get them mixed up. Wouldn't it be hilarious if she was answering the questions for the other question when they asked her the first question, but she answers the second question? Like, what is your foreign policy? Well, as far as the Green New Deal goes, what needs to happen is... Oh, no, wait. Okay.
I've done that.
What will be unburdened, yes, but we know why you did that. and we took the Quaaludes away from you, and you've been great ever since. That was for you. But yeah, they're trying to do everything they can because they know what's going to happen when they can't do anything for her. Now, the next thing they tell us is that overnight, there was a sonic boom, and she lost hearing in her right ear. So she's got to have an earpiece in so she can hear. That'll be next, with somebody in the back saying for her word for word. And even that, she'll be like, what? I'm sorry, I can't. What would you say? So they're terrified of this debate. And if they can't get Trump to get off script and her and him get into an argument, which I think she probably will do better. Women tend to argue a lot better than we do because we're facts and they're feelings. So if they can get it feelings, then she's got a shot.
Yeah, she wants
One brave man. Oh, one honest woman. I'll take that. Lying-ass women.
Yeah, she wants that moment where she can say, I'm talking.
Yeah.
You know, that one moment. You know, I'm always impressed
I
with
know Montel Williams, and you're no Montel Williams.
You know, Emily, I'm always impressed. Like in the A block, you just rattled off that stuff. You're not even sitting here with notes. And you just, do you have a photographic memory?
For things that men probably get annoyed by. I will say this, that so I do.
What does that mean?
Like you know, when you're like, and I remember on June 5th when you said this, like that kind of thing.
Yes.
It was a bad joke. This is why I'm not the funny one. Okay, here's what I wanted to say.
Yes.
That the travesty of this, she is not just a candidate, guys. She is our current vice president, and she likes to remind us how prior to that she was senator and attorney general and DA. My point is, shouldn't the vice president already have command of all of that information? The debate should be the easy part. After you prepare for the 5 all day, let's say, and then you do your show, and let's say you're walking off set and someone's like, oh, quick question about X. You could rattle off everything because you spent all day preparing for that hard hour, right?
Yeah, that's funny you think that.
I'm just saying. As an example, right? Like
Yes.
right? As an example.
Of course.
So the fact that our vice president, who told us that she was the one more suited to meet with all of the foreign leaders during that G7 summit in Europe, that she remembered declined meeting with the spouses of the leaders because she said, no, I'm vice president. I don't meet with spouses. So she wants us to trust her representing the U.S., but she can't even trust herself to do it solo. She can't even trust herself to have a conversation without walls holding her hand. How in the hell am I supposed to trust her in the White House or with anyone else if she can't even be trusted on a stage for 5 minutes?
Yeah. You see, no notes. Wow. No notes.
I would just like to point out that both of us do have notes.
Yes.
It's fine to have notes.
No, in fact, it's not that I don't know this stuff. It's that,
It's like my emotional support notes, honestly.
Exactly.
I just like to know that they're here.
Exactly.
Or a reminder,
I don't know, I don't have
like numbers and stuff. I need them.
I never know what I'm going to say anyway.
I don't really look at my notes,
surprised.
but I always keep anxiety medicine in my pocket just in case.
There you go. Whatever.
Another approach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, up next, Dems think it's best to nix RFK's request. What a pleasant surprise. Gene was working extra hard today. I knew that shock train would work. All right, welcome to Can You Get More Obvious tonight. Dems force RFK onto ballots. Kat, this is really interesting. He wanted his name off so it wouldn't screw Trump out of votes, but the Democrat Secretary of State in Michigan, your state, and Wisconsin Elections Commission are denying his request to be removed. So basically, he wants his right not to run for president to be respected, and they deny it.
Yeah, first of all, I am from Michigan, yes. This is all my fault.
No, it is.
Yeah, I lived there 18 years ago, and then this happened.
Cause and effect.
Make no mistake, they're directly related. The whole thing is just, look, you can't get off, and then you can't get on the ballot when you want to get on the ballot. They make it tough, because then but it's just, politics is dirty. It's just dirty, because at first they thought maybe that he would take votes from them, but now when they realize that actually people might be more likely to vote for Trump, and I think people started realizing that maybe even before he endorsed Trump, because a lot of his support came from people that were pissed off, particularly about COVID, which a lot of people made mistakes, but Democrats handled in a particularly, I would say, deranged, horrible, corrupt, oppressive, tyrannical way. So then it's, all of a sudden there's this change. I think I don't know that it'll make that much of a difference, because if you're like, maybe if you're that much of an RFK dude, you'd probably would write him in anyway or something like that. So I'm not really sure. But yeah, politics is a dirty, dirty game.
It's a dirty, dirty game, Tyrus. You know what's funny, though, is the Democrats tried to get Cornel West off the ballot in Michigan, but I think the judge said put him on. But so they wanted Cornell off and RFK on. There's some slimy
because
business.
of his stance on Palestine. That's
Yes.
what,
I can't imagine it.
But it just goes to show you, and you say it's dirty, but there's levels to dirt, and they wouldn't give him security. They brought his family in to go after him. They did everything they could and then they finally can get rid of him, but they can't afford it because they're so afraid, because the wheels are falling off. They don't even care if they lose votes to him in Michigan, as long as they hope it hurts Trump. So they're on a hope campaign. You know, is this part of the joy through strength manifest that because they continue to do these things. They go after this guy. They finally get rid of him, but he didn't go away like they wanted him to. He gave them every opportunity to include him.
Right.
He went to, and all he was like, listen, he was eating crow. All he wanted to do was to really be in charge of fixing food in this country for our kids and our future. It doesn't matter whether you're a donkey or an elephant. We all got to eat.
Yeah.
And I would think we all would like to eat healthier together. So I don't understand why they would be like, hell no.
Yeah.
And then they let him go, and Trump says, hell yes, scoop and score, we'll take him.
Yeah.
And now they're after him to the point where and he has no security. So you worry like with what we saw with other people get influenced by what you say, your toxic accounts about other politicians, that your political enemies or whatever. We unfortunately have citizens in this country who take it to the next level. So they continue to go at him, and you start to worry about what the results are going to be, because the Democrats clearly don't care. They are so focused on keeping this election their way that there are no breaks. There are no, hey, you know what, this is too much. And that's really scary.
Yeah, they don't know when to stop, Emily.
No.
Yes.
So let me get this straight. If you're a Democrat, you can just step aside all of the votes that made you the nomination, and just say, hey guys, instead of me, it's going to be Kamala.
Yes.
But if you're an independent, you can't say, I no longer want to be the one running, I withdraw. And to your point, wasn't it, Kerry Kennedy, progressive Catholic, and all the rest of the Kennedy clan that fought so hard to have him removed, that fought so hard to say, everyone, he is not deserving of this, he's not worthy of this. And yet, here he is being put back on the ballot. They say, it's only death that will make him be removed. To your point, well, what does that signal then? So only if you vote blue are you able to totally rearrange civics 101. But if you are an independent or dare to support Trump in any way, and if they think it's going to benefit them in any way, then God help you, you cannot even be the master of your own life.
You know, you bring up a great point. You can clap. Go ahead. I'll let you clap. All right, that's enough. But you
Not too much. Not too much.
You know, you talk about how they got Joe Biden off the ballot. Well, Ben Shapiro had this great idea. If you leave RFK on the ballot, they should be forced to keep Joe Biden on the ballot, right? Because
Exactly.
he's not running either.
Totally.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. That little Jewish fella, he's pretty smart.
A couple of us are.
Yeah, Rich. So what's your feeling on this incredibly substantive topic?
Here's the deal. I came out too strong, so it's hard to follow myself. It's like if you get a new job,
Yes.
never show up the first day, because then they expect that out of you. You see what I'm saying? And then go in and ask for your vacation time.
Yeah, yes.
My opinion on this is I did no research. And I thought the opposite. I read it wrong. I thought
Yeah.
Hey, listen, good for him. Go, you know what? You're a Kennedy. You can do whatever you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've already done well enough to coast the rest of the show.
They agree, apparently. All right, we got easier topics coming up, Rich. Coming up, should you think twice about Grandpa's advice?